do it. Maddie's cat. So as I was saying in the live before the YouTube cut me off, I am stitching and hiding. I'm feeling as I go. I'm making a handbag. I'm making a Starburst handbag tote, similar to the one that I have that people love whenever I go out in public and they ask about. But I did not hide the tails, which was a big mistake, and I will show you guys at the end of this, since I'm having to videotape this instead of going live, I will show you guys at the end of this what it looks like. And everything that I have to do, I'm going to have to dismantle it. And with this one that's going to go in my Etsy shop, I plan on putting a lining in it. I don't know how the sewing situation's going to be. I'm going to probably end up doing the lining stitching by hand and using a lot of rubber tips on my fingers so I don't poke myself, because I do good with blunt needles, but I don't do very well with sharp needles. I end up hurting myself normally, and with me being mostly blind, it's kind of hard to do that anyway. So what I was saying, you can find this handy dandy tool in my Etsy shop. I made a fob for it. If you guys are interested in having a fob, because what I originally did was, so I was going to put like a place to put stitch markers. I was going to put make this as a scissor fob, so you could have your scissors on one end, you can have your threading tool on the other end, because on this side I used that for cross stitch, and then on this side I used for crochet or knitting to hide tails. But anyway, so yeah, having to feel, and then it just hooks on there like that. I wish the lighting was better. So the needle just hooks on there like that, and then you take a tail, and the tail goes like that, and then you pull it through. So every time. So now I can hide this tail. But the tails that I'm hiding in this are just, they don't have to be perfect. They can be, you know, you can be seen, because this is going to be the inside of the bag. Nobody's going to see this part. And then the other way that I thread my needle, I mainly I will use my needle threader. Like I said, you can find this in the Etsy shop. I've got them in packs in 1, 2, and 3. I usually will use this if it's a really short tail and I need to hide it. I will take the needle and I will weave it through, and then while it's weaved through, I will thread I will put this in there and then get the yarn, pull it through, and then pull it through to hide the tail. If that's, I will use this if it's a short tail, and I will use this if it's a really thick yarn that I can't get through my needle. It really helps with that, pulling it through. But mainly, if I've got a really long tail, like this one, I can feel it's really long. I'll just take it, hold it across my needle like this, and pinch it. And I'll pinch it and pull it out. And then while it's pinched, I will shimmy through the hole. And that's an easy and quick way to thread the needle. Unless it's short or thick, that's when I use my needle threader. Now, I did use my needle threader a lot when I did cross stitch, but I will say that since my eyesight has deteriorated and I'm having all these issues, I haven't cross stitched in a few years, and I have supplies out the wazoo, so more than likely I will be selling supplies in my Etsy shop. It's a matter of getting it all straightened out, and again, I will be also selling some of my specialty yarns that I can't work with anymore. But I'll tell you that in that short little piece of live that I had, it was really funny that, well, I didn't want to go in there. I had little snips, but I've left them in the living room. I had this raised piece. I have to wear nails. These are not real. These are not acrylics. These are press-on, and they're very convenient because my nails split, and they're very it's very dangerous. It catches on stuff, and it splits down the middle. Like I have, let's see, this one splits off to the side, this one splits in the middle, this one splits in the middle, and then this one. It's just these 4 fingers. These are just very brittle. But I don't use the raised nails with the little charms very often, but because this is a bow and it's got little hooks on it, my threads are getting stuck, which is really funny. But they're so cute. I thought I wanted to do some Valentine's nails, so this is what they look like. And this one's a checkerboard with some glitter, and then this one has a little heart, and this one has a heart, and then this has the little raised bow. And usually, I'm surprised. I've had these on for like 4 days, and I'm really surprised that the little charm hasn't popped off yet, because they usually do. But I have some extra glue that I can glue it back on. And then this one is a little bit of the checkerboard on the end. So I get a lot of compliments on them. And people say, oh, where did you get your nails done? Girl, I did them myself. Dirt cheap. And I like the little sticky pads instead of the nail glue. Don't like nail glue. They don't last as long with the nail glue. The sticky pads last longer. Or you can use like a gel. There's a gel that you can use. If you put on the gel and then you put it underneath a UV light, it'll cure to your nail better. So it's like having acrylics on it. I am not paying that much money to get my nails done when I can do them myself. And I have all the stuff to do, like the acrylics and things like that. But again, the eyesight situation, it's not so easy. And again, I'm pinching it in between, and since I can't see what I'm doing very well, I feel, and I know that the yarn isn't going to show on this side, and if it shows on this side, it's okay, because it's like I said, this is the inside of the handbag, so it doesn't matter. It can be anywhere in there. But I like to go through and weave it in, you know, as far as I can on one way, and then I'll flip it around and I'll weave it back the other way, because then I know it's locked in place and it won't come out. Again, feeling the scissors. There we go. Alright guys, so I'm going to turn on Guys Grocery Games. You're welcome to watch it or listen to it with me while I hide my tails. And I probably won't say too much anymore. There's Ellie. She's lost a lot of weight. That's Maddie's fat cat. We call her Ellie Billy. Her name is Ellie. Maddie named her. She got her when she was 5 years old. So she is 13 now. Wow, she's 13. But she's lost quite a bit of weight. They all got medicine tonight. Alright, so, Guys Grocery Games. Hiding tails. Let me angle my camera down. And so yeah, so that's what we got going on. I'm probably gonna end up running out of space on this. I wish I could stay live, but for some reason it cut me off, and I don't know why. But it is what it is, I suppose. I'm in the process of making a video right now showing you guys for a hexagon cardigan that I'm making in my process. With it's Allura Baltic is the yarn I'm using. It's a an ice yarn, but it's 50% cotton, 50% acrylic, and it feels like a cotton. It's really nice, and it's fun to work with. I thought if this handbag turns out good, I may do a heart one, do some heart, and then do a heart sweater. I think that would be fun. So, because I showed you guys my yarn supplies, so my plan is to not buy any supplies this year. I don't want to buy anything. I want to use my stash. And I'm going to be selling my stash. I may do like a bulk mystery box. I'm not sure about that yet, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I want to thank you guys for all the wonderful, wonderful well wishes that you've given me in my other videos, and your prayers. It is so appreciated. You just don't know. And your prayers are working. I just got word from my car insurance, because you guys know a teenager. Luckily, she's a girl. She's a straight A student, so that kind of helped. That's the back side, and that's the front side. So, and 2 down, many more to go. So yeah, my insurance went down $35, which really surprised me, because Matt's in November got into a wreck and totaled my other car. Luckily, it was just paid off, but I got a nice little chunk for it. So I ended up buying myself a new car, and it's an SUV. The other one was a sedan, 4-door sedan type car, and this one's an SUV that I just got. I got a Ford Escape, which is what I wanted. I wanted something with a lot of cubic trunk space, so that I could do craft shows. I've got everything I need. I've got 2 tables. I've got the covers. I've got a tent with a backdrop. I've got, what else do I have? Of course, I have all the setup to put on the tables. I've got a banner. Not a banner. I've got a banner setup that I can put up. I don't have a banner yet. What else do I have? I have 2 chairs. I have everything to do a craft show. I have all my setup. It's just a matter of getting through all these surgeries, because my original goal was to do 4 craft shows this year. But that's not going to happen because of the surgeries that I have to have still. But I have not given up hope. I'm excited. I would like to, but in the meantime, I am at home, because I cannot work, because all my work is computer work, and I cannot work on a computer right now. So I can work on my phone, because I can put the phone up to my face. Can't put my computer up to my face, because that's just very uncomfortable, and it causes strain on my eye to begin with. And you know, I say eye because I only have the one that works properly. We're working on the other one. We'll see what happens. I was completely blind for almost 4 years in my right eye. So any kind of vision that I can get out of there, that's the one we're working on, would be great. But the damage has already been done to the one that I'm seeing out of, my left eye. So there's blind spots in the middle. And I have to dart my eyes back and forth to read if I'm going to read anything. And it takes me longer. You would think the way that I do it that I can't read. But I can read. It's just a matter of, I can read. I just can't see the words that I'm trying to read. Because I looked at something that said, I thought it said ever. Because the blind spot in the middle of my eye did not show me the N. Because what happens is that your eyes... I'm talking more than I thought I would. Your eyes, what you see, there is a signal that goes to the back of your brain. And it sends the image to your brain through your eye. And your eye says, oh, there's nothing there. I mean, your brain says, oh, there's nothing there. Because I have the blind spot, right? So my brain says, oh, there's nothing there. So let's just change the image to where it looks like everything else around it. So what I see through the blind spot is the color of whatever is surrounding all the other parts that my eye is able to see. So say, for instance, I was looking at something just red, and there were letters written across it, and my blind spot prevents me from seeing 1 or 2 of the letters. It would change the missing letter into the color of the red. I know, it's really fascinating. I had to look it up. Just like, okay, well, it makes sense. That's why it looks like it's, for me, when I see it, it looks like it's just not there. It's just not there. It's missing. So what I have to do in order to read your comments, if I get frustrated, I'll just have Matson read them to me. But I'm sure there's programs out there that I could have it something read to me. But I'm so stubborn. I'm trying to read everything myself anyway. So there's that, which is fine. But anyway, so what I was saying was, I do want to do the craft shows. I am determined. I do one. Do one that falls the last day, the day after Thanksgiving. It's called Christmas in the Park in Charleston, Tennessee, and I did the very first one, and I did the one after that, and the third one that they had was this past December, and that's when I was going through the issues with my eyes. So I didn't get to do one this year, which really, really makes me sad, but I am determined I am going to do it next year. And the lady that puts it on or runs it is a friend of mine. But yeah, I didn't hear from her this year, so I didn't do it this year, which makes me sad because I really wanted to do it. And there is a program in my town where they do it like, they do special events in the mall. It's kind of pricey, but you earn your money back on it, and it's really nice. So it's all indoors. My issue is at the moment I cannot drive at night, so may have my daughter help me out. But anyway, so I was saying was I got this SUV, and my insurance went down, which was nice. So that again is an answer to a prayer. Again, backside, front side. Oh, I feel it. Is it attached? Yes. And that's the front side of this one. I'm trying to add some glitter yarn so it'll be more fun. So again, I'm thanking you guys for your prayers. So that went down $35, so that's less expense. I have not heard from Social Security yet, and then with everything that's going on in the White House and Trump wanting to halt government spending, and then the judge said no, we can't do that to the people. So for right now, they're still working on it. But then again, if the federal workers decide they want to take him up on his offer about not working, I don't know what they're going to do about that. But I try to stay out of the political aspect of life. I have my opinions. I keep them to myself. Back in the front. Yay! Yeah, and I think that I don't know if you can see the sparkles. This yarn is sparkly, and so when I was doing that, my bow kept pulling the tinsel out, which was a pain in the butt. But all right, there's another one down. The colors are showing up pretty good with that. I have an ought light above my head. See the shadow? That's clipped to the back of my headboard because I'm sitting in bed. It's clipped to the back of my headboard. Look at that. Look at all those dang tails. So I thought, well, I'm hunting tails. I might as well talk to you guys at the same time. I wish I could have stayed live. I don't understand why it cut me off after 16 minutes. It may be because I didn't have much interaction. But I figured a live would help, build up my hours, my lunchtime. But the problem is again, I can't interact on the live. That's really the gist of it. I wish I could. One day, I have hope. One day I'll be able to interact with you guys on the live. I can get on other people's lives, but I have to put my face up, literally up to like within 2 inches from my phone so that I can see what comments are being made. And I used to go live once a month on a Friday night with Crystal, the Yarny Chicken, and Crazy Cat Lady. Took me a while to get used to saying her name, but Crystal. Anyway, so I used to go and go live once a month with Crystal, and then all this stuff started happening with my eyes, and I wasn't able to do that anymore, and so, oh, there we go. Oh, I know I'm just rambling. I'm sorry. I have microphones coming, which is going to be really cool. It's supposed to take out the background music, and I can clip it to my lapel because it's wireless. It runs on my Bluetooth. It was advertised on TikTok, and I had gotten one once before, but I lost it and I couldn't find it, so I went ahead and got another one. But with shipping and tax and everything, it was only $13, so I'm anxious to try it out. I'm anxious for it to get here. You guys will have to let me know how it sounds when I get it, but I'll let you know. But it attaches to the bottom of your, inside your phone, where the USB, the C USB port, and that's where the, I don't know what you call it. It's the home piece, or the, oh, what do you call that? The base, the receiver, the receiver. Yeah, so that's where it connects to your phone, is through your USB port, and then you take the microphone and you clip it to your lapel. It comes with a regular boom with a fuzzy covering. It comes with 2 microphones. I don't know why you have 2 microphones, but it comes with 2. I guess if you want to have a conversation with somebody, you have 2 people in the room that you're talking with, you and someone else, you could both have on the microphones and attach it to one phone, which is kind of cool. So yeah, so I've got that coming. I'm excited about that, to give it a try. I don't know why it wouldn't let me stay on the live. That maybe because I haven't done it in a while, I don't know, or maybe because I had my comments turned off. Maybe I should turn my comments back on and try it again. I may do that. I may try that again. I've been going live on TikTok, but I don't say anything when I go live on TikTok. I usually I'm doing like the Dexter series on TikTok, because TikTok doesn't ding you for copyright. So I've been doing like one episode at a time, and they're an hour long. And you can go on live on TikTok for hours if you want to. There's one channel that I follow on TikTok that is Disney. It's the Walt Disney Park. And all this guy does is, from morning to evening, is, and I'm sure it's probably part of the Disney Park itself, but he has like a GoPro camera on his lapel, or on his hat, or his glasses, or whatever it is on his face, so people can't see it. And he goes on the rides, and he walks through the park, and he shakes hands with the characters, or he'll walk through the shops, and he doesn't say anything. And all it is you watching him, and it's live pretty much 24/7, but I mean, no, it's just while the park's open. And he doesn't say anything, and he just, see, it just caught on that loop. Dang it. But it's really interesting. So I thought, well, you know, I'm not making any money doing this stuff, and I'm enjoying it. And people are getting on there and watching my lives. I think I had 213 views the last live I did on there, which is kind of cool, because it's all over the world. People watch you from all over the world. All right, after I finish this one, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, because I'm just rambling. I'm just running my mouth. But I hope you guys have a blessed day. This is going to go up on Sunday. I think the last video I put up was on Friday, because I'm in the process of making one right now showing you my sweater, but I will get on here and finish this. Since I'm doing this on a video and it's not a live, I'm going to go ahead and I had mentioned to you guys I was going to show you my purse that I've been carrying around with me, that I'm going to have to deconstruct and redo. I will save this video clip and I will add that to the end and show you that tomorrow, and I'll put it all together, and then you guys can let me know what you think, since I will have the comments on this one. And then if you have any ideas on critiquing what you think I should try or do with the handbag, that would be great. But anyway, all right, guys, I hope you have a blessed day, blessed night, and I will see you in a bit. Okay, so as I promised, I didn't promise, but as I said I would do it, I'm going to show you the bag that inspired me to make the one that I'm going to be making now. So this is the one that I carry around in public. My handle next time, I thought it wasn't long enough, then I made it long enough, and then of course they stretch. So if you guys ever have a bag that has a handle that's stretched, just tie a knot in the top. I'm going to actually have to move the knot down. I'm going to make the handle on the next one smaller, shorter than I did this one. And how I did this was I made them separately. I came down and I stitched across to reinforce it back and forth and all around, and it's really, really tight in there. But that's how I did the handles. I just did a single crochet back and forth on that. Now, as far as the bag goes, I was thinking I had 6 across, but actually I only have 4. So 4 across here, 2 down here. I could have made just a panel of this and had it go and connected it all the way around, but instead I had all these extra squares, so I went ahead and just did the squares on the side, but it's distorting this one on the side from where it's pulling on it. But this is where I have to fix it. All my stuff is falling out. So I thought I'd be bright and attach the plastic canvas with yarn. I won't do that again because that's what's going on there. It's coming apart. The plastic canvas is coming apart. Here are the pockets that I made. I had 2 extra squares. Let's see if I can turn it around. I had 2 extra squares. And like I said, I just winged it. This isn't a pattern anywhere. I just made it up as I went. I had 2 extra squares, so I thought, well, I'll attach it to some plastic canvas and make pockets. And then I'll just attach the plastic canvas, which is that, to the inside of the bag, and inside the other piece of plastic canvas. Well, that piece is coming apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut this out, pull out the plastic canvas, make a lining. And then in the bottom, let me dump the contents out. To stabilize the bottom, I had taken 2 squares. Let's see if I can. And those 2 squares are attached to a piece of plastic canvas so that it would have stability on the bottom, which I will do that. I will definitely do that part again. So I just thought I'd make it more interesting. I just had a bunch of extra squares, which is why I just utilized them. But I think what I'll do is I will, on the sides, I'm going to sandwich a piece of plastic canvas about the size of this one. Oh, about the size of this one. In between squares, or maybe in between maybe a piece of fabric there to stabilize the sides. Yeah, so if I thought about it, I would have stitched a piece of plastic canvas on either side of those, but I would have done it with small thread, and I would not have just whipped it in there, and apparently I did not hide the tail. But what I was talking about as far as the tails go, and the reason why I'm hiding the tails, even though you won't see them, let's see if I can find some. As I'm going along, and I poke them in the holes. As I'm walking along, I notice like this. Let's see if you can see that. They're coming out from the other side. They're poking through. There's another one. They're poking through from the other side. Because of the stuff that's in my bag, it's pushing them through the holes. So yeah, I will definitely be hiding all tails from now on, regardless. And it doesn't have to look pretty as long as I'm hiding them so they don't poke out on the other side. But that's my handbag, and I'm going to make a new one. Alright, I'm coming outside because Ramsey needs to go potty. It's beautiful out today. Tree in the backyard that fell down from a storm that was... When was this storm? I think March or April of last year. Landlord didn't do nothing about it. And she's not going to do anything about it. They've got a tree that fell down back there 2 or 3 years ago. They haven't, longer than that, I think. They haven't done anything with. It wouldn't take nothing to get a chainsaw and just come out here and whack it apart and haul it off. But no. No. This is my backyard. It's been a while since I brought you guys back here. That tree has gotten so huge. That's where the birds like to go, and that's where the cats like to find the birds. But where those trees are, that's the fence line of the property. And then there's the fence line back there. And on all 3 sides are, I think they're called chacas. They're white cows. And that's my next door neighbor. That's their shed. But that's about the length. It's a small house. It's 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. And then of course the carport and the, I gotta get rid of, see if somebody will come pick up that bed. It's done. Let's go to the front. But Matson has the car. It's so bright today. Kind of blinding. But yeah. Front porch. I don't ever do anything with the front porch. I suppose I should. I need new chairs. I need to throw those away. They've been there for 24 years. I'm afraid to sit in one. It would probably crumble apart because that's what my round table did that I had. Just plastic. Plastic rots over time. Anyway, let's go in the house. All right, so that concludes today's video. I am in the process of putting together a video to show you guys. I had to put medicine in my eye. To show you guys of a cardigan sweater that I'm putting together. I'm having my morning coffee. I'm trying to put off eating breakfast as long as I possibly can because I ate late last night. Normally I wouldn't put off my breakfast. I would eat my breakfast first thing when I got up with my coffee, but I am putting it off right now because I snacked really late last night, and so I want to get at least my 10 hours in of not eating. Give my body a rest. But yeah, I'm in the process of putting together let me see, the yarn. It's a Laura Baltic yarn. I'm in the process of putting it doesn't want to let go. I'm in the process of putting a cardigan together, but this is the yarn that I'm using. Oh, the light outside is making this look the color that it really is. Isn't that beautiful? It's so pretty. So when you see the video, when I show it to you after I've put it together, you'll be able to know what the colors are supposed to really look like. There's different shades of blues and aquas and teals and turquoise. It's gorgeous. But anyway, I'm going to drink my coffee, get this video loaded for you from last night. Oh, and just a PSA. I wanted to let you know that I found out why my live got kicked off. I had Guys Grocery Games playing in the background. And I got violated for third-party content, I think is what it was. So I only went live for 16 minutes. That's why it kicked me off. Because I was like, I don't understand why it kicked me off. I've gone live on there before. But it said that if I had another one, that I would be banned for a week. I was like, oh, yeah, I've never gotten a violation. I've never got kicked off or anything. So yeah, so apparently I can't have shows playing in the background when I do my lives ever. That's why I kind of like the freedom of TikTok. You can have anything playing in the background. You can have any music playing in the background. There's no censors. It's nice. You have freedom. You don't have to worry about anything. But with TikTok, with YouTube, it's very, they have guidelines. And I get it. I've been on there for years. I've never done anything like that before. I've never played anything in the background before. I've never had music playing. No, I take that back. I've had ambient sounds playing in the background before. And copyright infringement. I've gotten dinged for copyright, but they never did anything because I wasn't monetized, which is what I thought it was going to do this time. But which is sad because it was a whole 16 minutes that it was on there. It pulled the video completely down. And I was actually having a conversation with my daughter because she had just gotten back from a funeral of her best friend that he unalived himself. And she found out like just a few hours after he did it. And it was really hard for her. And she and I were having a conversation about how she was doing. And you guys don't get to hear her very much because, I mean, she's getting older and she's going to be going off to college this summer. But anyway, I'm going to get choked up, and I don't need to get choked up right now because with my eye draining, it drains everything else, and I don't need to be draining anymore. Anyway, so I hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm sorry I look so wonderful, and I just pinned my hair up and I made a jumbo coffee, like a jumbo coffee. I'm sipping on it, so hopefully it'll get done soon, but that'll be my coffee for the day. Anyway, have a blessed day, and thank you for being with me. I appreciate you guys. I know I've lost a lot of viewers, and even though my subscriptions are up there, I've lost a lot of viewers. And I went back and looked. Oh, real quick, I'm sorry. I know I get on these tangents, and I keep talking and talking in this long video. I know, you know what? I'm just going to make a separate video because I don't want this to be too long. And this will give you guys something to look forward to. I'm going to tell you about what I did and what I discovered on my channel. Nothing exciting, but interesting information. So yeah, so I will talk to you soon. Hope you guys have a blessed day. I know it's the end of the weekend, but I will see you soon, and hopefully this will be cleared up soon, I think. Yeah, so yeah. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you for your prayers. I appreciate everybody. Bye.